What's up, HRV? I'm Maggie Johnson.
And I'm Adrian Cardenas. Welcome to What's Up, our weekly show about what's going on at the high school.
This week was National No Name Calling Week.
Brisa Magani and Maria Bustos talked to HRV students about the issues of name calling.
Words hurt. It's not okay to use terms like gay and faggot to describe people and things with a negative way. It crushes people down and makes them feel ashamed of who they are and what they like. There are 171,476 words in the English language. So why are we still using these words in a negative tone? Just find a different word. We need to stop name calling because these words have a dark history. The word faggot was the last word some people heard before being burned at the stake. So why do we continue using these words?
Gay, at this point for me, gay has been used so much that it doesn't mean anything bad for me anymore. I realize when other people use it, they mean to mean something bad, but for me, I just go, okay, that's cool. I just use it to mean cool at this point because it's been kind of reclaimed so much. But I know that some people don't like it when it's used that way.
I think the use of saying something like "that's so gay" is kind of become, in slang, it's become synonymous with "that's so lame," which I don't really feel is that fair. I heard a kid the other day who said oh, I had to do all of my homework this weekend, and he's like, that was so gay. And then I was like, well, was your homework homosexual? Because if it's not homosexual, I don't feel like it's gay. That's not a correlation there. So I think it's important to be using the terms correctly. If you wanted to say your homework was lame, you should say your homework was lame. There's so many different words you could use instead of gay, but you choose that one, and it doesn't even make any sense. Just buy a dictionary and find the appropriate word for the appropriate use. Problem solved. Boom.
When people use retarded, though, it kind of hurts because it's basically saying that this thing or this person is like a mentally disabled person, and this person's stupid, so mentally disabled people are stupid automatically. And that's kind of the problem with it, is assuming people that just have stuff, just brains that are wired a little differently or a little messed up are stupid because of it.
So why do we continue to associate the word gay and faggot with insults? Being gay is sexuality, not something to be ashamed of. So using the phrase "that's so gay" just shows that you have a collective misunderstanding of what it means to identify as gay.
Tex is making a comeback to HRV after being gone for a few years.
But where has he been since he's graduated?
Ryder Green and Brent Holman went to interview Tex to ask where he's been.
Welcome back from your commercial break.
What college did you attend?
I attended the University of Washington in Seattle. Go Dogs.
What made you want to teach?
It's a good question. So basically, looking at the job of being a sub in this district, it pays pretty well, which is good, and it's a fairly easy job, which is nice. But you get the chance to actually make a difference, even subbing. And so I thought this would be a job that I'd be good at, and that I could actually be useful in. Because I'm just out of college, just out of high school myself, and so I know, a bunch of what you need to be successful, and so I hoped that I can make a positive impact on, all of the kids here.
Yeah. What to do with your future?
It's a good question. You asking me what I want to be when I grow up? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. So I'm not 100% sure. I know I've been interested in politics since I was a little kid, and so probably that eventually. But I'll probably go into business or law before then. Probably be heading back to graduate school of some sort.
What did you major in college?
Political science. Again, knew I wanted to go back to graduate school, and political science, I'm very passionate about politics, and so they kind of went together.
How long did it take you, and what do you have to do to be a substitute teacher?
Okay, so fun fact. Last year, in January, the Oregon legislature passed a law where basically once you had turned in everything you needed for an application to be a substitute, you could start teaching immediately. That's a good question. I would want to teach either probably English, history, or Spanish. Those are subjects that I'm really passionate about and that I feel I could do really good in. I would die if I tried to teach math. Yeah, and I think I could teach science, but I don't think I'd be the best at that. But I think I'd actually do a really good job if I taught those other subjects.
What are your hobbies?
Oh, hobbies. That's a good question. So I've been playing an obscene amount of video games recently, specifically one that you guys all know of that just came out recently that everybody's playing. Anyway, so yeah, that, but mostly I fight competitively as an MMA fighter, which is like cage fighting. I make YouTube videos, as we were talking about. I have 2 different channels. One of them is successful and one of them getting there, you know, someday. And so I make YouTube videos. I fight in MMA, but yeah, and so a lot of things actually.
What was your favorite subject in high school?
That's a good question. It depended on the teacher's honest answer, because if you have a good teacher, any subject can be good. Yeah, I guess that was my favorite subject in high school. If you have a bad teacher, then any subject can be bad. Overall, I'd have to say. Probably social studies / sociology, which I took sophomore year. That just learning about the world, learning about the people in the world, and learning about how people work was really, really kind of cool and fulfilling to me. And so in a while, you can edit this part out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That just learning about the world, learning about the people in the world, and learning about how people work was really, really kind of cool and fulfilling to me. And so, yeah, I guess that was my favorite subject in high school.
Some students complain about the relevancy of what we're taught in school.
But a new class here at HRV taught by Mr. Lawson is teaching students real-life skills.
Juan Galvan went to see what the class offers.
In the program, it's been very enjoyable. I've got to meet a lot of people, work with a lot of people that I'm very impressed with. It's really just something that puts perspective in your mind. When you come to this place, it's something that you can't really find in most just average classes, because sure, in average classes you can be paired up with people and you have to work with them, but here it's more like a choice. You find people that are more like you, that they have the same interests as you, and they're willing to actually work toward the thing that you're working at. It's really amazing.
That's our show for the week. Thanks for watching.
We'll leave you with the question of the week.
Come back next week and we'll tell you
What's up?
Okay, good.
You guys want to hear Sicko Mode or Mo Bamba? Sicko Mode or Mo Bamba?
Going on you with the pick and roll. Younger Flame here, Sicko Mode.
What is it?
Sicko Mode or Mo Bamba?
Sicker Mode.
Sicko Mode.
What?
Sicko Mode?
I don't even know what that is.
Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba!
Sicko Mode.
Sicko Mode? Well, that one's easy. Sicko Mode for sure.
I would choose Sicko Mode, obviously, because it's Drake and Drake is the GOAT.
Thank you. Next.